When you were young, trick-or-treating, what was the trick-or-treat candy that you hated?
Candy corn.
Everybody says they hate candy corn.
75% of the world hate candy corn, but the other 25% are very adamant about it. So, live and let live.
I like candy corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it tastes like, frosting, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand, I don't know what they were called, those orange and black peanut butter chewies. Do not like those at all.
Do they even make those anymore?
I'm sure they do.
Candies never really die. Somebody keeps making it somewhere.
Sure.
You have to make grandmothers happy sometimes.
And those are the easiest to put foreign objects in.
Like a katana sword.
Here on Unboxing, we unbox. We get packages in our P.O. box, and we open them up here on the show. We also talk about the people who've gone to welcometothebasementshow.com and contributed to support our show. People such as Martha, Luke, Andrea, David, Abraham, Elizabeth, Eric, Thomas, Grant, Brian, Kempson, Stephanie, Catherine, Thomas, Riley, Kai, Patches, Sean, and Brendan, who says, my son is learning how to set up a PayPal donation button for his gaming channel, and I was showing him an example of how it is done. I naturally thought of your site to show him how he needs to make it easier for his audience to donate. By the way, my son Liam says hi, and who are these guys? I said, they are Aaron Yonda's friends, and he replied, oh. Clearly, I have a lot left to teach him. We're going to thank the rest of our donors later on the show. But for now, let's open something up.
Yes.
This is from TJ in Matthews, North Carolina.
This is from Tim in Ancaster, Ontario, Canada.
We got some postcards.
Oh yeah. I got a bunch of DVDs and a card that says, hi, Matt and Craig. I heard you like Canadian movies, so I sent you a whole whack of them to enjoy.
Must be a Canadian term.
Thanks for providing hours of entertainment and keep up the good work from your neighbor to the north. The very Canadian-sounding Mambo Italiano and Les Boys. Cooper's Christmas with a sexy lady on a doing a horseback ride, and something called Pin, which there's someone creepy on top of those stairs. Let's find out who it is.
TJ took a trip to Atlanta and sent us some postcards. Here they are. 3D1, Atlanta Aquarium.
Well, I wasn't ready.
Too bad. Atlanta.
Also, very hard to catch a 3D postcard.
Greetings from Atlanta, world of Coca-Cola.
It is. And don't you forget it, Pepsi.
TJ says, thank you for being the best movie review show on the internet. Here is a vinyl album for the all-female group, The Dead Deads. It's a single, but I'll take it. Said he saw them at a summer music festival in Charlotte, North Carolina, and loved them. TJ sent us the Lego couch.
Oh, excellent.
Well, TJ's postcards leads me to note that there are two other postcards in the mail today. This is from Amanda B., who has been a fan of our show since the Holy Mountain. She says she's been in a serious depressive funk, and our show helps her out. A question, are there any horror movies you feel excel at being more than horror movies? Movies that jump to my mind are movies that are successful at being horror and comedy at the same time, most notably Evil Dead and Cabin in the Woods.
Movies that have a strong dramatic element to them. For example, The Sixth Sense, Rosemary's Baby, they all work great as dramas.
Amanda B., Douglasville, Georgia. There you go. And this is from Ollie in London, who says, I am preparing to leave my job for a few months in order to sail across the Pacific. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to sail across the ocean.
My brother-in-law is sailing from New England down to Florida as we speak. And I've never wanted to do this.
I don't want to do it on a Kontiki or anything. I want to go on an ocean liner.
Oh!
Well, Ollie hopes to send us some postcards along the way.
Oh.
We got these two envelopes. Let's open them up. This is from Madeline in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I bet we're going to get some cute drawings.
Hey, Kenosha.
Madeline writes a letter as well. She sends us a few dollars.
Hey, nice to see.
We got all kinds of drawings here. We've got some kind of funny cartoony drawings of the two of us. We've got the two of us in profile. We've got the two of us as blood-eating zombies.
Ugh.
And then a picture of Aaron Yonda. She says, sorry for the smallness of the donation. I don't have a job or anything. Oh, man.
Laugh at that. Good luck in finding a job.
She's also 17 and a senior in high school and is starting to look at colleges. And she bought art supplies for college, and so that prompted the drawing of these drawings. This one of the zombie one is quite good.
Oh, they're all good. They're all very good.
I'm not saying the other ones are not good, Craig.
Yeah, but me as a zombie, that's not how I want to go. I have a letter here from Brianna in Ocean, New Jersey. She says that she loves your Curb Your Enthusiasm episodes that you write and wants to know if you're excited about the new season.
I've been watching it. It's very funny.
She is a fan of Marilyn Monroe, so she sends a Marilyn Monroe postcard. And, being that she's from New Jersey, she sends one of the greatest postcards of all time. Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Also a great album. And, whoa, you're learning.
And now viewer questions. First I have a comment. I always love to hear tales from the cinema immersion tank. So we have this from Curse You, Jordan. I finally decided to try my hand at the Cinema Immersion Tank challenge, albeit with a slight twist. Blade Runner is somewhat notorious for having 5 different cuts of the film. With the imminent theatrical release of Blade Runner 2049 now upon us, I watched Blade Runner for 5 days in a row with a different version each day. This is a very good idea. The overall experience was unexpectedly mixed. It provided a lot of insight into the evolution of the film over the course of 5 different cuts, and I gained a lot of appreciation for just how much better each one progressively became. On the downside, by the 3rd day, I didn't want to do it anymore. It felt like more of a chore than anything, somewhat souring the normal joy of watching movies. I really had to force myself to continue moving forward with it. I guess the lesson is that while humans often are creatures of habit, we still do require a variety of stimulation to avoid losing your mind, a la William Hurt from Altered States. I'm glad I did it, but I highly doubt I'd consider doing it ever again. Mainly, I'm just glad I didn't turn into a hideous ape man, like William Hurt from Altered States.
Mike Gray asks, what do you think is the perfect cult movie? I would say Harold and Maude. Very dark. It is very funny. It is very romantic in a weird way. It is strange in every way.
And it's so interesting that we've talked about it twice on Seen It before.
Yes.
And finally, I have this short little question. Jen Siboable writes, what's sadder, The Elephant Man or Requiem for a Dream? I would say The Elephant Man is sadder. Requiem for a Dream, they both have emotional impact. But as far as just sadness and melancholy goes, it's definitely Elephant Man. Yes, there's an elephant of choice. No, an element of choice. In Requiem for a Dream, I know that addiction is a disease, but you can't help but think this could have been avoided. Whereas The Elephant Man has no choice. Besides, the scene where he meets the doctor's wife, she offers him a cup of tea.
Yeah,
and he breaks down into tears because no one's ever been this nice to him.
Yeah, and he shows her the picture of his mother and says, don't you think she's so beautiful?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Someone who's been denied human decency for this long of his life, you can't help but feel sadness and pity for him. In my P.O. box, I get records. Here's proof. The record I got, it's over there. But sometimes I get big records too, so I like to talk about them. I got here 2 old favorites.
Yeah?
The Repo Man soundtrack on vinyl. Feeling 7 Up, I'm feeling 7 Up. That song is not on here. Remember that? You fucking singing. I had a dream last night. Did you wake up in a puddle? Punch. This record has so many great songs on it, including the song Repo Man, which is one of my favorite Iggy Pop songs. This has got a lot of hardcore on it. It's got a lot of punk on it. It's just got a lot of weird things. The Circle Jerks doing jazz.
Also, the movie Repo Man, which might be a better cult movie than Harold and Maude, has Harry Dean Stanton in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
From there, we go to a Joe Strummer solo record of sorts. Joe Strummer. He's a rugby player.
Yes.
Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros. Rock art in the X-ray style. Someone has chosen to put donut stickers on the cover of this. I don't appreciate that very much. Not the type of music you'd expect from Joe Strummer, knowing his Clash output. I'm not sure how you'd describe it. All I know is it's got one really great song on it called X-Ray Style, which is, I'm not sure how I'd describe it, but I just really like it a lot.
We have a different Mescaleros album. I forget which one it is.
Might be the last one.
I forget.
Is it the one where he does the Bob Marley song?
Yeah.
Redemption song. I have that. There we go. Joe Strummer and the Donut Boys. Good stuff.
Now I want a donut.
You forgot to change the calendar.
Yeah, it's October. It's been October
Take care
for
of
some
this.
time.
Oh, look at that. There we
Hey.
go. There's our buddy.
Yaroo!
Have you heard about the Curse of the Omen?
No, I haven't.
Lots of bad things happened on the various sets.
Really?
Seemingly beyond coincidence. Gregory Peck and screenwriter David Seltzer took separate planes to the UK to shoot this movie. Both of them were struck by lightning.
Wow.
Producer Harvey Bernhard was in Rome, and he was nearly struck by lightning. Richard Donner stayed at a hotel which was bombed by the IRA, and later was hit by a car. Dogs attacked their trainers. And special effects artist John Richardson, on his next job, on the set of A Bridge Too Far, was involved in an accident that injured him and decapitated his girlfriend.
Whoa.
A lot of weird things happened during the filming of this movie.
Let him go! Let him go!
Don't distract me, I'm driving.
Come in.
Excuse me.
I'm Barbara Bush.
They read in the paper about your first nanny.
Oh, she wasn't the first. The first nanny, she drove off a cliff.
Now please have him dressed at once.
I'm glad the turban as a non-religious fashion accessory has sort of gone away.
Yeah. She evidently forgot that she was Lee Remick and doesn't need to cover up at all.
Right.
You got a boo.
And that little suit, he looks like a regular David Warner.
Is a diary. It says that he was supposed to have met you in Bishop's Park. And that was dated the day he died.
And so, Mr. Thorne, you killed the priest.
Mrs. Horton.
Horton, here's a you.
3 6s.
6 is the sign of the devil.
But why 3 of them?
We believe it signifies the diabolical trinity. The devil, Antichrist, and false prophet.
Thank God it's 7. Thank God it's 7. Thank God it's 7.
He's in a monastero in Frosinone.
Frosinone.
Si.
But you shouldn't go to Frosinone. Just let it go. Let it go.
Why here? In this terrible place.
Works cinematically, I'd say.
Yeah.
See, he's using American government funds for his private jet so he can just go all over Europe killing his son.
Brr, brr, brr. Brr, 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 brr. And now the Hard Ticket Report. My quest to watch all 12 of these movies by breast-obsessed filmmaker Andy Sedaris in 2017 continues.
What number are you on?
Oh my god, I don't even know. All I know is I'm almost done. I want to watch some good movies for a change. This movie's called The Dallas Connection. We begin this Dallas-based adventure in Paris,
Oh,
where somebody kills somebody.
that's not nice.
Next stop in The Dallas Connection, South Africa.
Oh.
But don't worry, The Dallas Connection soon goes straight to Hong Kong. When you've got as much stock footage as the Sedaris family has access to, you pull out all the stops.
So they weren't filming on location?
Probably not.
No.
This movie is a real family affair. We've got Andy and Arlene Sedaris as producers. It was written by Christian Sedaris, directed by Drew Sedaris, and jewelry by Alexa Sedaris.
Oh, that's sweet.
Someone should make a Partridge Family style show about the Sedaris family and their adventures in making movies. They could travel around in a bus.
Yeah, it would be the Partridge Family meets Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
One of the characters in the movie says the word anagram when he means acronym.
Does he do it on purpose?
No, he does it because it's a poorly written script.
Okay.
The quotes. To be a world-renowned scientist and to have the body of a Greek god, you're too much, John Pierre. My jet ski is not working. You had to hear that one to get the full. Right cross is something you're born with. It's a natural thing. You don't just learn it. Not like that kung fu crap.
It's impossible to learn a right cross. If you can't do it, stop bothering. Focus on kung fu crap.
I was with a great-looking chick. She showed me her hooters and then nailed me with a taser gun.
You want to get real sexy? Oh, not nailed. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Nailed means 2 different things, Matt. 3 if you include carpentry.
The rest of our donors, if you please.
Taryn, who says, I've been an avid watcher of the show since the very first Christmas episode back in 2012. You both are quite funny and quick on the draw, and your chatting about movies is both knowledgeable and very much appreciated by me. Thank you, Taryn. But there's other people who have donated, like John, Kendall, Jacob, Austin, Reiner, Joe, Danielle, Graham, Christopher, Lewis, Rebecca, Maurizio, Jared, Jonathan, Corey, Robert, Grace, Michelle, Malcolm, Benjamin, Dan, Luke, Molly, Betty, Scott, David, Marie, Michael, Jennifer, Ann, T.A., Maura, and John. John, who writes, WTTB is the best independent show I've ever seen. I love it so much. Your editing is outstanding. That's a compliment for you, guy who edits show.
And thank you. Let's open our final 2 packages.
We have... Oh my god, I forgot though.
I want the big box.
Christy from Calgary sends us a couple of DVDs. One is a Spanish one called Nocturna, and the other is Ernest and Celestine, which is French, came out in 2012. I almost saw this in New York City a few years ago. I was going to the movies in New York.
Well, this is from Alec in Hallam, Pennsylvania. He says he was inspired by Matt to watch the Andy Sedaris collection. As of the writing this, my girlfriend and I have finished the movie Guns and have been having a blast. Well, Alec, I'm glad that I inspired you to do that. I hope you have fun. He says, I would like to give you both these great chips you can only get if you live in central Pennsylvania.
Ooh, I like where this
Is going to be Martin's kettle-cooked, big, hand-cooked chips.
They're big. I don't know if that's the size of the bag or if it's the size of the chip itself.
This is a huge amount of chips.
It is?
Mostly these bags are mostly air. Mm-hmm. This is mostly chips.
Let me feel this thing. Whoa.
It's like the size of your son.
Yeah, I know.
Well, thank you. And as far as you're concerned, Martins, cheat day, here I come. We hope you had a good time with us here on Unboxing. You can watch the new episode of Welcome to the Basement as it comes out this coming Friday. And now this.
From the eternal sea he rises, creating armies on either shore, turning man against his brother, till man exists no more.
I'm going to a slam poetry session later. What do you think? Give me honest feedback.